I just went yesterday to my gold store and I asked them, what are you going to sell me this gold bar for? It's not a gold chain, a gold bar. That's a big difference. And I'm going back and I'm saying, you know, this is the right time, and it's always the right time to learn more about money, because just like in politics, you might be voting left, you might be voting right, but vote your own truth. Find out what's really for sure, because whether you're on the left or on the right doesn't matter. It's what you believe in, and you got to be looking for that truth. So I'm saying, let's look at the truth about money.
Welcome to the Extraordinary Being Movement, where we inspire you to take action, influence you for change, and motivate you for success. This is your host and coach, Len DeCarmine here, and I am excited about today's episode. We're going to be talking about the power of money. People have said it's good, some people are saying it's bad, some people have a lot, some people have very little. Today we're going to be talking about that with our expert today. I have the one and only Fernando Suarez, a man of the people, for the people, to the Hispanic community. Fernando does he even need an introduction? I don't even know about this. He is a co-founder of the Philadelphia Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. He has championed a unity Hispanic business community for more than 30 years, helping many small entrepreneurs thrive and grow in Philadelphia and beyond. In that time, Fernando has played a part in the formation of thousands of startups, ranging from beauty salons and grocery stores to pizzerias and auto dealers. As an accountant, investor, and developer, he's uniquely positioned to educate business owners in how to invest wisely, avoid common mistakes, and make the most of tax breaks, all of which can mean the difference between success and failure. So let's not waste any more time. Fernando, welcome to the show. What's going on?
Thank you, Len. I'm excited. This is a great show. I love it already. Well, I mean, I don't know if you guys heard of the Great Awakening, but that's what's happening. Yeah. And it's not only the political Great Awakening, it's actually the Great Awakening of everything happening with the extraterrestrials and everything awakening with what spirituality is. And everything is connected because we are energy. So that's what I'm really interested in talking about, how money is really energy and how energy is money. So that's the topic of money is unbelievable. I love the topic of money.
Let's just jump right into this.
Well, let's start real slow. I mean, how many people listening, you can raise your hand at home, wherever you're at. How many people have actually had a course on money, actually signed up for a course or a college course, a high school course on money? And maybe 1 out of 1,000, 2 out of 1,000 are actually going to raise their hand.
Yeah.
So you ask yourself, why hasn't I been taught about money when you open up your wallet at least 3 times a day? Mm-hmm. Why aren't we taught on how to work with money, touch money, understand money? You know, Ian Rand has maybe like 8 pages on what money really is. And we've never been taught. Just read that. It's enough. We've never really been taught. We got to sit back and say, wow, all this time, and I use it so many times a day. What's going on here? And it's very, very, very simple. There's a simple rule. Every time you either invest the money, waste the money, blow the money, make the money, it's the same exact rule. And we're never taught that rule. Huge money right now shifting in a very positive way that's going to change the next 20, 30, 40 years of our lives. But we should individually know about money ourselves and how we're going to, eat our next meal and how we're going to buy our next rental property and how we're going to, whether gold is the right way or silver is the right way. I mean, we could talk about money for 25 podcasts and never run around, I just went yesterday to my gold store and I asked them, what are you going to sell me this gold bar for? It's not a gold chain, a gold bar. That's a big difference. And I'm going back and I'm saying, this is the right time, and it's always the right time to learn more about money, because just like in politics, you might be voting left, you might be voting right, but vote your own truth. Find out what's really for sure, because whether you're on the left or on the right doesn't matter. It's what you believe in, and you got to be looking for that truth. So I'm saying, let's look at the truth about money. But in reality, if you want serious cash, you got to vibrate yourself at a high level where it comes to you. I always say to myself, I always say to clients, they walk into the office, I say, what do you want? What are you looking for? What's your dream? And they say, oh, I want a house. Oh, okay. Okay, what are you doing? How are you living your life to go get that house? you need money, right? Well, why would the money come to you if you're walking in and saying, oh, my bad credit, and I have bad this, and I don't have a good income, and I work too hard? Yeah, the money's not going to come to you. That house is never going to be yours. But you come in here with $0. You say, I want to learn about money, and I'm going to raise my vibrational level to the level where the money comes running to me, literally running to me. You're going to have a house within a year. And it's part of that fun of understanding how money really works and how that house is going to come to you. Yeah, there's laws of the human flesh, which is credit, income, and asset. Okay, let me learn about that. Let me put it in action. But if you're vibrating at the right level, you can have this brown paper bag inside a corner where you have $100,000 cash in it. And if you talk to that money, you say, money, cash, I want a $100,000 house. The money's going to talk back to you and say, well, do you deserve it? What are you going to do with that money? Why do you need why do you need me to get that house? And the money's going to continuously ask you questions, say, okay, now I understand you want a shelter, you want a house. Okay, but what are you doing about it? Are you actually picking out the furniture? Are you actually painting it the right way? Are you actually doing the right things? Are you actually fixing your credit? And you're going to say, yeah, okay, but the money's going to get closer because the money is energy. The money has a self-interest in being happy. The actual money has a self-interest in being happy. I don't know how your audience is taking this, but this is what really is about vibrating anything into your life, specifically today, money, where the money says, yeah, I want to be on that team, and I want to be in that house, and I want to be on that block, and I want to have a car that this color with this make and model in front of my house because me, the money, wants to be there too. When in fact, you start putting in positive energies into your life, you're going to start dreaming all these things and start acting these things. All of a sudden, whatever you wish for is going to be coming to you. All that money, all that education is going to be coming to you. Meanwhile, one of my favorite sayings is, while waiting for the future, become prepared for it. So I invite everyone to look up the Rule 72. I don't know how many people you guys know the Rule 72. Some people know it, some people don't. Most people have never heard of it. Well, the deep state, the people that are really running the world, it's really interesting on who the people who run the world. All they did was send their sons to go learn about money. That's all they did. They went to one college. They all learned, 5 kids, the Rothschilds went and they learned about money, and then they spread out to New York, London, Switzerland, Germany, and Paris. And they started building on the illusion of money. And all of a sudden now they control the earth. They control the world. It's all this new things are coming out and saying, oh, this is how really money works. We have to learn it in the flesh, and we have to learn it in the spirit, so we understand that whatever we want, whatever money purchases, we can have it just by being in a right energy and a right vibrational mode. And if you start asking for the universe, in Matthew 7:7 says, ask and you shall receive. Seek and you shall find. It's the same exact thing. If you ask the right way, and there are steps to asking, and you start receiving and letting the universe happen, that money's going to come to you in tranches of 15 million. I'm going to show you that a year from now, I'm going to have $15 million. Little tranches at a time, little gratitudes at a time, little happiness at a time. It's going to get closer and closer and closer. I'm even doing it right now. Yeah. This morning I woke up and said, this $15 million. Okay, this guy's going to be doing this. The forklift is going to go over there. The car, I'm going to be driving this. The people are going to be saying this to me. And I actually literally have it written down. God gave, and I'm sorry I'm talking a lot about God, but in 2013 I did Landmark, and just shortly before that, I met God for the first time. I was raised Catholic, high school, grade school, college. Never knew what God was. But when it hit me. And, you know, God, in the very beginning, he blew air into you. Mm. Do you really think he wasted his air? Do you really think that giving him of himself, he really wasted it on you? Really, everyone listening, did he waste his breath? And every single 8 billion people, he didn't waste it one time. We now have to tap into that. Whether we're in Bangladesh, or we're in Philadelphia or Arizona, we got to discover and say, why did he give me breath? And you're going to discover that, holy shit, he made me the shit. He made me the shit of the universe. You know, a lot of people say, oh, Fernando, you think about everything's about you. And I went for a guilty trip for a few years. And then I discovered, holy shit, everything is about me. And the universe, the entire universe, not the world, the entire universe revolves around me. And if God gave me this breath of air, it was for something really important. And the more that I give back to the entire world, the more that I give back to my daughter, the more I give back to anywhere, the more happier and the more fruitful I'm going to become. So I invite everyone to discover why God gave you breath.